Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Fearless Empower Tube. Today, I am answering the question, should I buy Bitcoin now? So a lot of people are wanting to know if they should buy Bitcoin in 2021, and even questions surrounding whether or not they should buy Ethereum and other altcoins now. And in this video, I am going to break it down as well as tell you some of the things that you might be considering for investments for 2021. But let's get started. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the value of the dollar. I'm going to jump right into my computer so you can see a few things for yourself. All right, so as you can see here, we are looking at the value of the US dollar today. So I'm mostly speaking to people in America, but I think a lot of these standards that I'm getting ready to talk about apply worldwide. So we are talking about the value of our currency, what it is that we are using in our society. And as it stands right now, countries all over the world are printing currency to help people during the pandemic. And that is what is really surging the cost of everything that we are doing. The cost of living is going up and the value of our currency is going down. So this is not looking really good for us if we are looking at other things like bonds, for example. Those things are passé for right now. And we are looking at a lot of different possibilities for us because we know that as our government in America is printing our currency, then it's driving the value of the dollar down. So we want to start looking at other possibilities and what it is that we can do. So as you can see here, we're looking at a 1 month projection. The 1 month projection here is, it was at a low here of 82 on December 17th. And it has been driven all the way down to 81, looks like, on January 6th. So we are losing value as the weeks go by. So it is very, very clear that we have a significant issue with the currency that we are using to buy our goods. So as the governments all over the world are printing the currency because of the pandemic to help us all out with the stimulus. Of course, there's a lot of us who may be really happy that the government is helping, but we have to understand that there is a downside to this. And I've been listening to one of my favorite financial advisors, which is Robert Kiyosaki. He is known as the Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and he is predicting the everything crash. Now, if you are not aware of Robert Kiyosaki, he actually projected a crash that actually came to be exactly as he predicted. And he's somebody to really be thinking of and knowing about as somebody who knows so much about what is really going on in our economy. And I'm really keyed into listening to him because he has been very accurate. So we're looking at the everything crash, which includes Bitcoin, includes the altcoin, includes real estate, and of course the American dollar. So we really have to be cued into what's going on because our economy is so incredibly unstable at this point. So the thing that he talks a lot about is the entrepreneurship versus employee, which really doesn't have anything at all to do with answering your question, but this is something that I talk a lot about here on this channel. So I really want to be talking about that because I'm an entrepreneur, and I believe that if we truly want to win at life, for example, we want to really make a lot of money because this is what affords us the freedom and the joy that we really want from creating money, right? So we really have to have that investment intelligence, right? And so with that, we realize that we have to diversify. We have to start thinking about ways that we can make what money we do have work for us. So I'm going to be talking later on in this video about what you can actually do to diversify and what things that are working really well for me. So I'll be touching on that in a little bit here. But let's just jump in. Let's just answer your question. You want to know, should I buy Bitcoin now? Should I be buying into Bitcoin here in 2021? And should I even be looking at altcoins now? Should I buy Ethereum? These are all questions that come to me from my clients who know me as a business coach. And we're always looking at ways to mastermind how we can actually make more passive income as well as make money in our own businesses, because this is how we are affording wealth and freedom to do the things that we want to do. So here's a first thing that we need to talk about is to never, ever, ever, ever take advice from somebody on YouTube, you guys, unless it is somebody who you really deem credible. I get all of my information from very credible sources, and I will be sharing some of these credible sources with you in this video, so stick around. I want you to understand that you have to accumulate your own information. You have to do your research. You have to do your due diligence, just like I did. I want you to understand that I've done all of this research already. I've jumped in on a lot of investments, as I've said before, and I've been extremely successful, you guys, in the investments that I've done and in my business. And that is my hope for you, is to really be able to share with you what's working now. One of the first things that we talk a lot about is this self-improvement, because this is the power of our minds to really have it work for us so that we can go out and get the research that we need to make our own decisions and really, you know, not be sheep about anything in our life and in our world. So that is one of the first things I want you to understand, is that self-improvement is power. Go out and get it, accumulate that information, and make decisions for yourself. So I create videos all about how to win at life. I'm a single mom. I'm an online entrepreneur since 1994, you guys, since before Google was big. I'm not kidding. I've been around for a long time. I've seen a lot about the online growth and how businesses are working today. I want you to succeed in every aspect of your life, and that's what I'm creating videos on. So I want to pass on that information to you on what's working today. And I want you to know what's working today for me is buying into Bitcoin, right? I have created a great deal of wealth in Bitcoin and in stocks. But I want to jump into my computer now and share with you a little bit about what I know, and it will hopefully help you decide if you want to buy Bitcoin right now. We all want to know, should I buy Bitcoin, right? Should I buy Ethereum, Litecoin, all of those altcoins? We want to know, should we jump in? So here's where we stand today. We're at 39,000, but let me just jump into my computer and I will show you. All right, guys, here we are. I've jumped in here to show you actually what one Bitcoin is equal to today. And you can see here, let me move this out of the way. And we have a 1 month viewing on this, and this is where we started on December 7th, and you can see it was at 20,000, you guys. It has surged so much. We are at 39,471 and 50 cents, you guys. It is surging and it is doing more. We are at a record high, and you know, there are definitely some projections that I want to talk with you about. We can see how we are today. We can take a look at the year, which is a really good marker for us to see how Bitcoin is doing. Whenever we are looking at a stock or any kind of investment, we want to look at the history of it to see. We realize that with investments, there is nothing that is really secure. Anything can happen, right? We are in a bullish market. It really kind of depends on how bullish you are. I'm riding the bull, you guys, and I'm taking advantage of this, and I have made a lot of money. Yes, we have seen some tremendous growth. We have seen how it rose up, but it's never, ever been this high. We've seen some dips, and that's where some of the people This is March 20th. This is where we have the pandemic. When you're looking at anything, any stocks right now, you can always see this little dip right here on March 20th. That was known as one of the biggest crashes in the stock market. And a lot of people are not talking about what happened. It was a very, very dark day for the stock market and for Bitcoin as well. But as you can see, we are starting to see a climb in here that it just seems to be over the top, and we realize how the everything crash that Robert Kiyosaki is talking about could happen. So this is where we are starting to see that maybe we have to start looking at how we can diversify, how we can spread our money through different platforms, how we can invest into other things. But this is incredible, you guys, and I am writing this, I am benefiting from this, and you get to decide for yourself. Now, some projections are saying that they're going to hit about $50,000, okay? But here, I want to share something with you. Bitcoin at 146,000 is a definitive possibility, says JP Morgan. We are starting to see companies like PayPal get involved in this. And just this morning, we have news that Visa has jumped on board. So we are seeing some tremendous things happening here in the Bitcoin market, where we're seeing big companies getting involved. And this is a marker for how resilient and how reliable it might be. Now, this is the thing, though. We have to decide where it's going to top out at. We need to watch this. If you are not really bullish and you don't have the money to invest, you might want to consider sticking around to this end of this video, where I'm going to talk about some other types of investments that might be more safe for you. But if you have some money that you can risk, this might be the way for you to go. So what we know is that because of the money printing, Bitcoin is definitely looking solid, right? It's going to be solid for a bit longer, right? We are seeing that the government is printing money, and this is true for pretty much all governments all over the world. So as long as we are seeing this, we are going to be able to probably experience that Bitcoin investments are going to go up a little higher, because people are looking for ways to make money in alternate ways other than their own 9-to-5 job. So we're realizing that the best ways to actually make more money is to be an entrepreneur, is to invest in stocks and crypto and real estate. All of these kinds of things are what are suggested right now. So we are seeing signs that Bitcoin is getting ready to explode. But beyond that, we are looking at the next big thing. So the next big thing, you guys, is altcoin. So projections are that when Bitcoin hits that high and people are going to sell, because that's exactly what they're going to do, is they're going to want to put their money into altcoin. So there's going to be, or at least it's projected that there's going to be an altcoin explosion. Now, I can tell you that I have really seen some amazing things happen with my Ethereum. I'm going to jump into my computer and show you what I mean. All right, guys, so as you can see here, I am at Ethereum price. This is the current price right now as it's trading. I can refresh this to see if it's fluctuated any, and there we go. See, it's constantly fluctuating. So we are seeing a tremendous explosion in Ethereum, and a lot of people are talking about other types of altcoin, and we realize that it's because a lot of people are not able to get into Bitcoin because they're not seeing that potential, number one. They're seeing that it's capping out, and they're realizing that maybe they can't get in. There was news on Twitter just yesterday saying that you could not buy any more Bitcoin. So there's a lot of things that are stirring up about Bitcoin. A lot of people thinking that they can't buy in, although I did buy some more yesterday. So, a lot of this is speculative, but what we know is because of all of this going on, people are wanting to get out of the dollar, and they're wanting to put their money into crypto and into stocks. And this is what, oh, we just saw a surge right here. You see how that just happened right in front of you. So it's really amazing how we are seeing this trend, and we realize that it could explode beyond our wildest dreams, make some people really, really wealthy. I know personally, I am seeing some tremendous profits from Ethereum. See, I'm trying to think of some other stocks or other crypto that I'm in that is working really well for me. Litecoin, not so much. Gosh, I can't think of a lot. Let me look here really quick. What is working really well for me? Stellar. Yeah, Stellar Lumens is doing really well for me. I've made money just so much in the last couple of days. Litecoin, Chainlink is another one that is doing fairly well. So we are seeing a lot of improvement. You can see how Ethereum is growing, and it looks like it's going to really explode. All right, you guys, if you want to keep your money safe, so you realize that there's a lot going on, it makes perfect sense to you that the value of our dollar is going down. So what do? Maybe you're not bullish. Maybe you're trying to think of other ways that you can keep your money safe. So one of the things that we have to do is start thinking maybe some of the better ways that are safe for investments, for example. So one of the first things that you can do that is very, very, let's say, conservative is a high interest savings account. I'm using Ally Bank right now, and they have an excellent return on the savings, which is better than most. I think it's at 0.7, which is so much better than the 0.1 or 0.2, right? But another way is simply just paying off your debt, really just snowballing that and seeing that effect. But these ways that I'm talking about right now are extremely conservative. If you're really too nervous about the Bitcoin and the altcoins. Another thing that you can consider, and maybe would be just a little bit more risky than that, would be to buy the gold and silver. We have index funds and Roth IRA. I want to be able to jump back into my computer and show you a little bit about what is going on with gold and silver. All right, guys, here we are. We're over here at gold price history. We are looking at a 10-year gold price. We see here how the 10 years have made it go down. You know, it was doing really well here in 2011, and we had some years where it wasn't really doing well. But we have seen a tremendous growth here. 2020, you can see the same dip I was talking about before, where we can see what happened when COVID hit. Everything crashed, although it still did not go down as low as gold has been. So we can see how it had taken a nosedive, you guys, but how it has climbed. So we are really seeing that gold is where we can put our money in. And I'm not even saying that it's safe. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. That is not what I'm saying. You can definitely go out and buy some jewelry. You can buy some gold bullion. But the thing about that is you're probably going to spend a lot more than the value of it, simply because you're buying at retail and the retailers are trying to make some money. So, you know, one of the things that you can do is just invest in this online through your stocks. And I'm trying to share with you the ticker symbol. I don't actually see it here, but I am going to share that with you here because I have that in my portfolio as well. And so that's SGOL. So if you're interested in buying that and getting into that, you can see how it's really been amazing how it's gone up overall. So we're looking at a decline today, but that's what it does. You see here, it just goes up and it goes down just like anything else. But overall, it's been a really good investment. Now let's hop over here to silver. So silver is another really great investment. So this is the same thing as I said before. You can go out and buy some silver jewelry. You can go out and buy some silver coins and those kinds of things. And that's what a lot of people do. But when you're talking about your investment portfolio, this is actually a very good thing that you can get into. Again, do your own research, do your own due diligence. We can see that we had an all-time high here in silver. And once again, we had that dip right here where everything just crashed in the stock market when COVID-19 hit, when the pandemic hit. But we have seen an incline here, and we're suspecting, and it's being projected once again, that it's going to climb because of the printing of the American dollar, as well as other currencies all over the world being printed to help people out as they have suffered tremendously from not having jobs and so forth and being locked down. So if you have some money and you're thinking of investing it, this is a little bit safer than the Bitcoin, or maybe even a lot safer than Bitcoin. Some people think Bitcoin, Ethereum, any of the cryptocurrencies are considered pretty risky. On the risky scale, we're probably looking at around the 8 or 9 out of 10. So that may tell you something if you are not bullish. So this is something that's really helpful and absolutely amazing for you if you're looking for that diversification. This is what I have in my portfolio. Now, I have given you a lot of information in this video. Did I answer the question? As a business coach, I get questions like this all of the time because my clients are entrepreneurs. They're out there making money, but they want to make sure that they can keep the money. So we have conversations all of the time about how we can be more successful, how we can use our money to make more money, right? We want to make passive income. We want to make sure that we have enough money to live the same lifestyle that we're accustomed to. So the question, should I buy Bitcoin now? How about, should I buy Bitcoin in 2021? Should I buy Ethereum, right? These are all such great questions, and I'm sure the answer is subjective, right? You've got to decide for yourself if, investments are right for you. Investments are known to be risky in and of themselves. So if you've got $100 to lose, then, consider it that way. If you have money to lose, then go ahead and invest in it. If you do not have money to lose, then hold on to it. That's a real good marker for whether or not you should invest your money or not. Remember, you've always got the high interest savings accounts that you can invest your money into. Stay out of debt, buy gold and silver, fairly stable stuff, guys. But I would say that if I were talking to my past self, I would say, Sharon, buy some Bitcoin. If I was talking to myself about Ethereum, Sharon, buy some Ethereum. That's what I would be saying to myself. Take it for what it's worth. I hope I answered your questions today. I hope this is helpful for you. And if you are interested in watching any other videos about winning at life, whether it has anything to do with your mindset, with your business, with your finances, with relationships, be sure to subscribe to this channel and also help out more people to find this video to help them. Like the video, because what that does is it helps people with the algorithm so that they can find the video too. All right, guys, this is Sharon Lee, Fearless Empowered 2. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.